I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So I believe some congratulations are in order.
Thank you.
Tell us, Eric's got his first deal, gang, and you're how long have we been working together? March, I think.
Yes, probably March. Yeah, yeah. I
Starting
think
in
it's kind of
March.
March.
Good. So tell us about the deal.
Well, when I signed up, it was tough for me, pandemic and all that stuff. I wasn't really working. My wife had just gave birth, so everything was like kind of tough. And I used to like attend the real meeting with Tom, and with all what he always said, I said, man, maybe I should try this. I know it's gonna work for me because I'm a guy. When I put my mind to something, I always love to do it. So uh, I told my wife, hey, we have a little money in our savings account. I want to join the boot camp with Tom. She was a real like she complained a little bit. I told her, hey, I want to make it happen. Just trust me. You know, uh, so if it doesn't work, I want to like pick up another job to try to put that money back. So just give me the trust. And she told me, okay, go ahead. I did sign up for the class, and I signed up. I had to like get some loan signs out there and other stuff. I started making like 3 calls a day. The way Tom told me and other stuff. It was kind of slow. I didn't get by anything and other stuff. So I was like reading the books he sent to me, and at one point he said, bird dogs. Talk to your family. Talk to people. You're gonna get this from people. So I just, came up with this crazy email, and I just forwarded the email to my family people. I just, tag them on the email and say, hey, I'm into this business, and please, if you see a property or if you just see a messed up property, just let me know. And from there, when I sent out that email, probably like the third day, my uncle called me and said, hey, I have a friend of mine who told him his friend want to sell his property. So can you do that? I said, oh, sure, I can do that. You know, and that's how I just got in contact with the guy, and he live in Ohio, and the property is right here in Maryland. He has some tenants in there. It's been like probably like 6 months they haven't paid, and the property is messed up. So he told me, hey Eric, um, I just want those people out. I just want to sell the property. I don't want anything to do with the property anymore. I just want to sell it. How much can you give me? I was like, hold on, I gotta look for money. I don't have money. I have to look for money. I talked with Tom, and he told me, hey, go ahead and do it. We're gonna figure something out. And I used the negotiation skills from Tom, and boom, I got a deal. So it was tough, but we just closed the deal yesterday. So I'm super happy right now.
Yes, very fresh in the mind. That's fantastic. So let me point a few things out. One thing I always tell everyone, motivation comes in layers. So this was out of state, tired landlord, right? A couple different layers of motivation. Found from a bird dog that was a family member. We just covered bird dogs, didn't we? Yeah, you got to tell people,
Yeah,
you ask people that to give you some information. Oh, could you do anything with this? Yes, you can, and yes, you did.
yeah.
Now, you were thinking of wholesaling it, but you wanted to tell us more.
Yes, well, I I need some money. It's tough right now. I thought of posting the deal, but when I look into it, I talked to myself and said, hey, maybe this is the best way of learning, the business more. Maybe if I go through this deal, um, if I try to rehab the property, I can learn more. So I talked to Tom about it, and he told me, okay, it's fine. And I look at it as well, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna rehab the property because I want to learn more from it. Because my goal into this business is really not to wholesale, is to like rehab and probably put some properties out there on rent. So I decided to go with the rehab.
So you're doing your first rehab. So the closing you had last night, you bought it,
Yes.
not wholesale. You're buying, right? But it doesn't. Wholesaling, rehab. Those are exit strategies. The inbound is always the same. Find the deal, make the deal, and get paid. So find the deal, make the deal, and get it closed, which is where you're at. Normally, and I told you this, I would discourage you from doing a rehab on your first deal because I want you to move faster. And I wouldn't want you putting even what little bit of savings you have together, even a large amount of savings together. I wouldn't want it at risk at first. But there's one specific reason why this rehab works well for you is because when we sent you over to Charlie Eisman,
Yes.
what is Charlie doing for you financially?
Oh my God, Charlie, Charlie is like a godsend to me. Honestly, he's the one who told me, "Hey, Eric, if you can get this property at this price, you know, I can give you any amount you want. Just try to get it at this price range." And I negotiated with the seller, and we came to an agreement. And when I sent the legal papers to the seller. The following day he called me and said, "Hey, Eric, I cannot go with that price. Can we renegotiate again?" I said, "Okay, hold on, give me 10 minutes." I called Charlie. Charlie said, "Okay, just put this amount, try to negotiate again." And I tried renegotiating and I still got a better deal. So like Charlie's a godsend to me. He's the one behind all this. I couldn't have done it without you and Charlie, honestly.
Awesome. Well, look, he's giving you 100% financing,
Yes.
which
I didn't spend a dime.
didn't
Charlie
spend a dime because
just
he's
give
financing not just the property, but the renovation as well on one condition.
he's giving me 100% purchase,
Yep.
100% financing, and um that's that's it.
What's the one condition that he's making you do? It's not a bad.
Well, I really don't. He really give me any condition. The other thing is just the little interest on it.
You're using his contractor.
Oh, he's contacted. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
So
that's
perfect.
it.
So he knows you're not going to screw it up because worst comes to worst, he can push his contractor around the right way to make sure that things get done good for you.
Right.
And he's confident enough in numbers because he did an excellent job on the negotiation
Yes.
to get it. You have enough of a spread that it supports
Yeah.
a hard money lender coming in giving you 100% of the financing for it to make it happen. I thought it was fantastic. Eric, what was the talk about the negotiation a little bit, because I remember you're saying, all right, you told me what your maximum viable offer was, and then you came back well below it, healthy. And then the guy came back and nibbled you a bit and you had to push up, but it still never came up as far as you theoretically could have gone. So
Yeah.
talk us through some of the techniques you used and how you felt during that.
Well, when we started the property, Charlie told me, Eric, if you can get a property for like 140, or sorry, 150, it's gonna be a great deal.
Yeah.
So when I started talking with the seller, he told me he can give me that property for 220. And when he said 220, I immediately thought of your strategy. Always give half of whatever the seller gives you. I told him, okay, I'm gonna give you 110. He said, no, no matter how I want to sell the house, I cannot give it out for 110. We started, putting back and forth and all that stuff. I told him, okay, um, I'm gonna talk with my team a little bit and probably get back to you. But I know my team, we can do probably 130 on that property. That's the max you can go on that property. He said, okay, he's gonna talk to his wife and get back to me. Like the following day, he called me and said, no, his wife said no, he cannot take that 130. I said, okay, it's fine. I'm gonna converse with my team a little bit and get back to you as well. I stayed. Then the following day, I called him. I said, okay, uh, maximum I can do on that property is 150. That's the best I can do. I cannot go. If it's more than 150, I'm sorry, I can't do it. He said, okay, he's gonna do it for 150. We were like dragging back and forth first of all, and he said, okay, I'm gonna do for 150. Um, he said, okay. I said, okay, I'm gonna send you the legal contract so you can sign it out. And I did send out the contract to him. He didn't sign them. I called him, hey, what's going on? He didn't respond. Like 2 days after, he called me back and said, my wife said I cannot do 150. I'm gonna do 180. I said, I'm sorry, I cannot do more than that. That's all I can do. You know, um, that's it. I can't go more than that. He said, okay, he's gonna talk to his wife again and probably see what to do. And the following day he called me again and said, let's do it without his wife. He's not gonna tell his wife about the deal anymore. So uh, I should just give him 160. I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give you 5,000 more on the deal. That's 155. That's it. since you want to do it without your wife, it's okay. He said his name is the only one on the title, and he got that property before he got married to his wife, so that's his property. I said, okay, that's fine. He told me, can we close as soon as possible? I said, yeah, we can do that. And boom, that's it. I sent him the contract. He told me send me the contract right now, which I did, and he signed them and sent them back to me, and that's how I got a negotiation.
Perfect, beautiful. So a lot of good techniques you've got, and they're including down to that last, as he's pushing and pushing, you did a split the difference, really, right? He's asking for another 10, you wound up with 5. And also, if people were listening to what you were saying, every time you say, well, I need to check with my people and see, so you were using a higher authority.
Yes.
What did he say? He was not, well, he was using higher authority, but he was doing it wrong because he was saying, I need to check with my wife. Yeah. So one technique around, that's one person. One technique around that would have been, hey, let's get your wife on the phone now and let's just iron this out.
Well, yeah, at one point I did say that, but he told me his wife lives in Canada and she's always busy. So though,
Sure.
He can't get to her on the phone right now and all that stuff. So he knows when to talk to his wife, and that's what he kept telling him about his wife.
Well, she's a cat. She's not allowed to cross the border right now anyway. So if she's mad at him over the $5,000, that's all right. She's got a little time to cool off. Interesting, fantastic. So how's it feel, buddy? How's it feel to have your first deal?
It's in Highsville, right there in Kansas Village.
What do you think you're going to make on this?
I think, like, from how I want to rehab the property, I think if we sell the property for like 300,000, I can probably come up with like probably 40,000 or 35,000.
Yeah, man, fist bump, good stuff. That's fantastic. I mean, think about that. From what was the key to it? I don't think I can put a sharp enough point on this. You took action.
Yes.
On one of the very marketing steps that we just went over.
Yeah, which is a bird dog.
Followed it through from there with the negotiation. Just apply what you know and make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful, Eric. Good work. So look, just a couple of things. At this point, it's management, right? You're going to need to manage this rehab through. You've got a solid contractor, right? You've got your money people that are going to be looking at it as well. I would anticipate things go relatively smoothly. There's always a surprise, so don't be afraid when literally when they tear a wall out or something. There's a skeleton in the closet. There's something. Don't worry about it, right? We manage it and we get through it and move ahead with it. So, but that's up to you. You got to keep an eye on it. Don't be afraid to check in with people. Don't be afraid to pester the contractor. You won't be a pest. They're working for you, and they got to get the job done. Right. And keep an eye on the time frame. That's going to be the main thing. Try to get as much of a time frame up front as possible. Most contractors will go over the time frame, but I still want you to push to try to make the time frame, because it tends to, then it doesn't get out of control.
Yes, yeah, that's my goal. My goal for to rehab the property maximum should be a month, because maximum. That's what I told you. I talked with the contractor already, and I talked with Sam. Maximum for the property, it should be a month. I want to make sure by the end of August it should be back in the market.
Yeah, I'm not predicting bad news, but let's think of 6 weeks just in case. But yeah, we're going to push for a month. That way, if it winds up being 4.5 weeks or 5 weeks, it ain't all that bad. In 6 weeks, at least it'll be done. So there's always that with contractors. So yeah, but no, you do the right thing. Let's get in. You got it. Get in there now and push. What do they need? Make sure there's no shortages. At least the cost of lumber is falling and stuff right now. But you got to make sure all that's together. I think design-wise, everything comes into play. But it's your responsibility to watch everything now.
Yes.
They're the contractor, and you got a money guy, and yeah, they got more experience. Everything. None of that matters. You're in charge. So it's still got to make sense to you. And that's sometimes, I think a lot of people have a hard time with at the beginning, is remembering you're in charge, it's your deal. So don't be afraid to make sure you're pushing for what you want. So I just want to make sure you know that.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And it's everyone else listening in. So I would say, yeah, I think everyone can give a camera fist bump. There we go. Look at that. Look at all those fist bumps. Good work.
Thank you guys very much.
Good work, Eric. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Thank you.